it working? What happened? Is it working or not? I don't know if it's working. Swipe up. No. Swipe up. I'm swiping up, but I get that crap. There we go. Rotate camera. Rotate camera. Chat now off. Chat on. Alright. Game is IRL. That one. Yeah, I'm doing IRL. Yeah, I think that's working. Oh, ow. Let's see, where with the sun? Where are we at with the sun? It's the sun right now. It's bright, blinding, and still a circle. Oh my gosh, it's so bright up there. Okay, apparently I can switch views. Am I live or not? I can't tell.
Yeah, I got a notification that said Clossi is live.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm live. With shades. In a chair.
Inside.
Inside. In the AC. And it feels wonderful. Yeah. But no one's watching me. There is no one present at the moment. Is ClossiBot active? How do I chat? How do I chat on this thing? Playing game at the moment's only half watching. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. It says no one's watching, so you must be no one. You must count as 0 views. All right. How do I chat? Can I type a chat command in here? No, not that. Apparently not. Oh well. No heist games for me. And no 8-ball questions. There we go. Now the viewer's updated. Hi, people. It's hot out there. It's really, really hot outside. It's hot and you're under a blanket.
Yes. Because you forget I have 0 body fat, so I'm always cold.
Even in like 90-degree weather, you're always cold.
Apparently.
Unbelievable. Under a freaking blanket. Oh boy. So we're waiting for the moon to fall a little bit more and block the sun. The moon is currently punching the sun out of the way in very, very, very slow motion. You can't see it yet though. It's one of those behind the scenes at the moment. What are you guys up to? Anything interesting? You like my shades? I bought them just now for $1. I think they're pretty nice for $1. $1. I want to play with the Clossi bot, and I can't do it. It's really upsetting. Because I can't chat on this app. It's very annoying. It's very, very annoying. So while we're here, let's get some Q&A going. Ask me a question. Or ask me an opinion on something, I don't care. Ask me a question while we're waiting for the moon. The moon at noon. What is this? Notifications. Close. Waiting on the moon at noon. I am running witch a stick. What do? What's witch a stick? Well, take the stick away from the witch. Maybe she can't cast her spells. I don't know. That might be a thing. Might not be a thing. You never know. Yeah, never know. Oh, with a weak group. Oh, with the weak group. Okay, so first off, look for any of your opponent's weaknesses and try to take advantage of those to settle quickly or to get out quickly or something like that. And then make sure that you don't get cut. That would be a bad thing. Play a little bit fast. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get surrounded. I don't know. That's usually about it. Look for weakness. If it's already a stick, so it's not like you can start unsettling your opponent because you normally do that at the start of the fight. So it's probably too late to unsettle. So I would say look for your opponent's weaknesses and just run out to the center or run away to your strength. Stay away from weakness. From your opponent's thickness. Sorry, stay away from your opponent's thickness. Make shape. Be strong. Don't get cut and die. You know, normal stuff. You know, that would be funny. What if I just walked someone through the entire game and I'm not even looking at the board? That would be hilarious if I could do that. Just walk someone through their entire game. Okay, this situation's happening. What do I do? Don't die unless you're sacrificing. Any other questions? I see myself in my glasses. Holy crap. You can see like the phone's reflection in the glasses. That's really cool. Glassception. Not too many viewers today, huh? Either that or this thing just doesn't update for crap. It says 3 people are in here. What other questions you guys got for me? Currently waiting on the moon. The moon likes to take its sweet time. Probably because it's fat and it can't move across space that fast. There's Clossi bot. Yeah, Q&A with 3 viewers, not that effective. Well, I didn't know if there was actually 3 viewers or not. Because this thing had 0 when I think it was, yeah, Loose Screw started talking. And I was like, well, how, he's apparently a 0 viewer. But hello, Ryota. We're waiting on the moon to cover the sun. How are you? How's your day going? Are you able to see the eclipse? You're in Europe. Ah. Not quite eclipsing there, huh? It's funny how that works. It's like, how come I can see the eclipse, but you can't see the eclipse? It's both daytime. Circles and spheres and three-dimensional space. How have you been, though? How have you been? Oh, that's the camera. Whoops. Alright, let's go. Look outside. Get an update. Urgh. You feel like crap. Why do you feel like crap? Ugh. Okay, it's still bright and hot as crap outside. So the Earth is not flat? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's provable, even if you're not going into space. Pretty sure prove that.
Alright, let's see. Sun is like that. And I'm looking at it through the phone, so I can't go blind through the phone, right? I hope not. But that's the sun right now. Nothing interesting happening yet. It's really pretty on the phone, though. Huh.
See, that's my solution for not buying, you know, moon goggles, eclipse viewing glasses, because I have a phone, and I don't think I'm gonna go blind from the phone. Oh, I changed my diet 2 days ago. My body feels like crap because of it, and this can take up to a week to go away. The body takes about a switch years. Well, that's weird. There's your proof. It is flat. There's funny comments. Beautiful lunar eclipse from our flat Earth. That's funny. There's apparently a proof that the Earth is flat from the lunar eclipse perspective. So the Earth is apparently flat.
Interesting.
I would have never guessed.
You know what's really interesting? Type in solar eclipse conspiracy theory on Google. It's like that.
Well, I can't because I can't chat on the phone. I can't go away from this app. I think it'll close. I don't know if this runs in the background. So I'm currently stuck with 74% battery and a live stream that's likely not going to end anytime soon. Because that moon is slow. But apparently, the Earth is flat. I'm just going to take this dude's word for it. The Earth is completely flat. Which means in Europe, you should be able to see the eclipse. Is that how flat things would work?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if that would work.
So what?
So let's see. If I have a flat surface, does that mean the sun's flat? Hold on. If the Earth is flat, would that make the sun flat, or would it still be round? What's the theory on that? Because you have to question not one but all. If one's not a circle or a sphere, then the other's not a sphere. Which one has to wonder, what if the sun is actually just like lava pouring through a wormhole into another wormhole? And it's just constantly flowing. And then it just looks like a circle to us. Uh-oh, there's a Clossi conspiracy theory now. The sun's actually just like fire going through a couple wormholes. The sun is a rotating sphere. Rotating. Rotating around the flat surface or rotating like rotating? I don't know what you mean. I don't know which one you mean. Well, if it just rotated and it's a fiery sphere, then it would always be daytime. So it's got to rotate around the flat surface, which means it can go under us. Which begs the question, are we a... Not a... What do you call a freaking rectangle? It's not a cube. Like a cube square. What do you call a freaking rectangle? Do you call rectangles like cubes? Like 3D rectangles? What do you call a 3D rectangle? Come on, math people. That are not math people. What do you call a 3D rectangle?
A rectangular prism.
A rectangular prism. How do you know that word?
Because it's a math thing?
I don't know that word.
It's called a pay attention.
I did pay attention in school. I passed the test and then I forgot. Easy. It rotates over a flat surface. Orthotope. So does it like bounce from one end to the other end? Oh, hold on. Does it bounce from like one end to the other end to the other end to the other end? Like, I don't... It's got to go somewhere. I'm not convinced, guys. I'm not convinced. I still think my my wormhole theory is better. What do you guys think about my sun is just fire going through a couple wormhole theory?
I think you're weird.
We're
I'm
talking
pretty sure
about the
we
flat
said
Earth.
that already.
Well, we're talking about the flat Earth's theory, and so I'm just adding to it that the sun actually isn't a sphere or anything. It's just actually fire falling through one wormhole into another wormhole. What if we are flat and we're just like flipping through space? Well, maybe there's gravity in one that makes it fall to the other.
Gravity don't work like that.
You can't have gravity make you fall through a wormhole.
I'm stealing some of your soda.
Why not?
Because I like
Well, what if the not you? Whoa, hey, drink mine. What if you had the wormhole and it was in space, right? And on the other side of the wormhole was not space. Wouldn't the space work like a vacuum and suck everything through it?
No,
Why not?
because the wormhole itself is filled with the vacuum of space.
Is that how wormholes work?
Wormholes are not like black holes.
Wormholes are not black holes. Well, I thought the wormhole was just an opening, like an opening in space. Like it bends from one spot to another spot.
It's a tunnel.
Yeah, it's a tunnel.
Okay.
So if one end of the tunnel has nothing, like a vacuum,
That is fun.
the other...
I'm going outside to
You're
watch
talking about extra dimensional travel, which
Is that not a wormhole?
That's the only way a wormhole would have nothing on one side and space on the other. Is if you cut through another dimension. Because there's no way.
Let's go with that. That sounds much better. It sounds cool too.
Which is in the realm of science fiction.
We are talking about flat Earths,
Which is
so
also in the realm of science fiction.
exactly. And so I'm trying to prove my sun wormhole theory.
If I continue this conversation, I'm gonna
End up dumber by the end of it. I know. That's the point.
as well as frustrated.
You can't beat me at bullcrapping. Well, cloud's blocking it. You see, you're too smart to be a good bullcrapper. You know too much logic.
One of my very particular set of skills is devil's advocate.
I'm gonna go over here in the shade. It's kind of hot. Okay, so what do you guys think on the whole sun wormhole theory thing? Why are there so many cactuses on the ground? That looks painful. And why are you barefoot when there's cactuses all over the ground?
Because I know where the cactuses are and where they aren't.
Okay, until you find a new one.
Her feet look pretty human to me.
What?
Barefoot.
Oh, I didn't get it. Oh.
I'll be sure to buy you a glove next time.
Shades ready, let's go.
My sister's FaceTiming me.
Fun.
Hey.
Yeah, we're all totally pleased with your life decision right now.
Your advice to what?
Because you're all trying to call me at once?
All right, let's do some more questions. The space is a defect. We have to switch it on and off. I think that's funnier than mine.
You made me aware.
So, any more Go questions? What's the update on that game that is being played? How did that fight go? What's another Go question
Not.
that I can just answer? I got grass. On the brink of death, you want to expand your eye space, then play the Vital Point. And still look for weaknesses and forcing moves. Don't die. Remember, that was one of the conditions I gave you, was don't die unless you're going to sacrifice. It doesn't sound like you're going to sacrifice, so expand your eye space. Co for life? Alright, so if it's a co for your death, then it's usually bad, because normally you want to try to lose the co. But I don't think if it's a co for your death that you can fight a co that, or you can make co threats that are bigger than that group. So if you're going to lose the co, try to make co threats that are almost as big as that group. Oh, invasion got wrong. And see if you can make co threat that's almost as big as the group, and see if you can be like only 5 points behind or something. That's how to recover from a bad co. Either that or just straight up on the co, if you can.
I told them that I had.
Count the board. That's how you can see what you can and can't ignore. Like what's the points difference right now on the board, and if you sacrifice that group, can you get something in exchange, or can you give up something and live with the group and it still be okay and you can come back in endgame? You can't fight a co unless you know the score and you know the value of the group that's dying. So unfortunately, you have to count. I know you guys hate counting, because I say it all the time, but you gotta have to count the game. You have to know the score of the game. You can't make decisions without knowing the score of the game. Are you off the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I can be loud again now.
She hung up on me.
Why?
Because she's mad and the only reason she called me.
She called you because she's mad?
Yep.
And then she hung up on you because she's mad?
Yep.
So she called like, hey, I'm mad, click.
Not her exact words, but pretty much the same effect.
Why would you call someone just to hang up on them?
That's why, so that she gets that joy of, I hung up on you.
Hey, I'm mad at you, so I'm going to call you and then I'm just going to hang up. No. That is inaccurate. Why do you have to know the score? This is a little difficult theory to explain. But okay, so first off, we're humans. We're never going to be able to fully understand what the biggest move is. There's too many complications and too many complicated variations. That's the simplest answer. So let's talk theory for a moment. In Go, there is theoretically a definite value for every move. So theoretically, black plays first and will play the very largest move on the board. And theoretically, white will play second and play the second biggest move on the board, right? And then it'll just keep going on and on and on. And then black will only have the advantage of whatever the difference between the first and second move were. So if the first move is the biggest and the second move is the second biggest, whatever that difference is what black will be ahead by. Now, in theory, that's 6.5 points because of Comey, right? So, in theory, if both players both play the very biggest move every single turn for the entire game, then theoretically black or white will win by half a point. It'll be a half-point game. Okay, so that's that theory. That's the big move theory. But at some point, we have to get an advantage. At some point, we have to try and get 1 point over our opponent. Well, how do we do that? Well, we do that in attack and defense. That's the secret for winning the game, is attack and defense. We have to, at some point on the board, make an exchange that is in our favor and give us 1 point over our opponent and do it in Sente, and then go back and get the next biggest move and continue down the tree. So in theory, we play the biggest move, we do it at a local, somewhere exchange that's good for us by 1 point or more, and then go back and play the biggest move and then keep going down, and then we'll be ahead by 1 point and we'll win by 1 point, in theory. But our opponent's also going to try to do that. So our opponent's also going to try to make... We determine what exchanges are Sente, what exchanges are not Sente. Well, you have to count how valuable moves are. And for example, you have to count how valuable the biggest move is versus how valuable their forcing move follow-up is. And then you have to compare it to the scale of the points to see if it's in your favor or not. And if it's not in your favor, then you have to respond to their move. So them trying to find the timing to do that is very important. And you try to find the timing of attacking your opponent is also very important. Then you have to determine at what point does defense preventing your opponent from getting that exchange become more valuable than a big move, thus urgency.
Does that mean that you'll...
So you have to determine urgency as well. So in theory, attack and defense or urgency is more valuable than the big move. At some point, the symmetry is going to break, and black's going to have an advantage. So you could argue that it'll be symmetrical for at least like the first 20 moves if you wanted to. But at some point, black's going to break the symmetry, or white can try to break the symmetry first if you wanted to, but at some point the symmetry is going to break. Because Go is not a game where you can just mirror your opponent. You'll lose your advantage if you do. Because at some point, your opponent's going to play something Sente, break the symmetry, and then go back and get the next biggest move, and then you're going to be playing catch-up for the rest of the game. So it's about trying to get forcing exchanges everywhere. Like, it's been proven that symmetry is not a good idea. I mean, the theory sounds accurate, but we can easily prove that symmetry is not the best idea just because at some point someone's going to play an attack and defense and break the symmetry. No, black... It's also been proven that black has an advantage. Like, percentage-wise, black wins more than white. That's why there's Komi. That's the whole reason we have Komi, is because we proved that black has an advantage in Go. Mirror Go does not work. Mirror Go played at a high level can be a little annoying, but it's also very easy to break. And no one will ever fully play Mirror Go, because whoever breaks the Mirror Go first might have an advantage, or usually will have an advantage, unless someone broke at a bad timing, because timing is really important too. Black Tingham wins game period. No, not quite. That's an easy way to break Mirror Go. So just wait for a good timing to play Tengen, and then use that Tengen Stone for attack and defense to make up what you lose for the big move. I mean, that's another theory right there. But in theory, attack and defense will break Mirror Go and will break the balance of the game. So you have to fully understand what's the points are right now. So at your turn, you have to count the board and know what the score is. Then you have to further count what the value of the next move is versus what the value of a forcing move is, and the forcing move's follow-up. Then you have to determine, if you played out that sequence, how does it affect the scale of points, and when you get to the next big move, and if not, are you still at an advantage even if they get the next big move? So it's more of not just counting what the score is at the moment, but also counting what the follow-up moves variations are. So it's a lot of counting and calculations to determine how the variations in the future will affect the current scale of points, which will give you an advantage or disadvantage, and that's how you properly make a decision, in theory. So, determining if a co-threat's worth responding to requires you to count and know the score of the board, and the score of the co-threat, and the score of the co itself. Someone played Mirror Go in a 9x9. 9x9, your first move should be Tengen. It's already been proving, like, 9x9, the best move is Tengen. And then the second best move is not a corner. It's the middle third line side, like any of the sides. So it's, I think, the 3 across, 5 down, any of those, any of the third line side, third line middle side moves are the second best move. All right, it's still behind the cloud, right? Is it still behind the cloud?
Yeah, but you can see like where the moon is and like where the sun is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gotta see a thing, gotta see a thing.
Across the
You can
sun.
see it. Oh, can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. Oh, the moon's blocking it. I can see it. You guys can't. Oh, no, you can't. Can you guys see it? I don't think you can see it yet. I mean, you can kind of see it, but not really. Oh, we're gonna miss it. We're gonna miss the best part. Well, the stupid cloud's in the way. On 9x9, the best move first is the Tingen, and the second best move is a middle, whatever I said. Freaking cloud. Can you guys see it yet? Move, clouds, move. Wow. Looks like fire through the phone. Can't zoom either. It is annoying. Huh? I don't know. I'm trying to see the sun right now. First best move is Tingen. Second best. No. First move for black is Tingen, and first move for white is the middle third line side move. And those are the first 2 best moves. Like the best responses. Like the best response to a Tingen is that middle third line move thing. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, that is freaking bright. Oh my gosh, I looked at it for a second and about went blind. That is bright. Holy crap. I don't know if the phone's gonna be able to see it properly. Hopefully you guys can see something. You guys can't see the moon for some reason. You can see the sun. There's the sun. The moon's kind of blocking. Oh, the glare is too bright. That's why. I think his phone has no shades. Rip camera. Yeah, right now the glare is too bright. You can't see the moon blocking it. The moon's blocking it though. A little bit. Like, I can barely see it now too because of the glare. It was easier to see when I was behind the clouds for me, but the camera couldn't even pick up the sun behind the clouds, so. Pretty soon we're gonna see it though. Give it another 20 minutes. That's why I'm not looking. I don't want to look at it directly for more than a second or 2. Because then I might, go blind. I do, but I have sunglasses on just to help with the glare around the phone. But no, I'm looking at it through the phone. Because I don't want to spend or a pair of glasses. Alright, so where are we at with that group? Did that group die or live?
Because there was apparently a game being played while we were talking, and I want to know if it died or lived. Ooh, there's a plane. Plane! Oh, this car kills my back. Ugh. Someone in the chat. I'm gonna go lay on the grass. That car kills my back. Ow. Your car hurts.
What did you do?
I laid on the car, and apparently there's a bunch of beams in it that just stab your back.
You mean like on the roof?
Yeah.
Yes, because it's a soft top.
Well, it hurt. And it wasn't soft. It lives. Yay! Are you winning? Sun, sun, beautiful sun, please shine down on me.
So weird. No,
I mean, it's dropping a little bit.
I'm pretty sure it's psychosomatic, John.
I know, that was such a huge word.
I know what that means.
There's like a cloud moving the opposite direction right there. It's like the deviant cloud. It wants to just screw us over and block the sun. The cloud's like a freaking spaceship or something. Nah, don't block the sun. I'm trying to look at it. This is like the one day that I want to look at the sun, and they want to block it. Freaking clouds. So I looked at it for a second, and now when I blink, I can see like a curve in a circle.
John, don't look at the sun.
I only looked at it for 1 second, and then I looked at the phone. Now I can see like a curve in a circle when I blink. So I just look at it for a second, then I start blinking, and I can see how much it's how much it's eclipsed right now.
Is so bad.
I use your 3 tips from last teaching stream to check if the enemy played Sente. Don't play 1 point crap, and I forgot the third, but I won my next game with 100 points versus a 16 Q. Killed 2 groups without even trying. They just ended up dead in my influence. Nice. Glad to see my lectures are doing something. And sun be gone. That cloud's moving fast. Holy crap. Why are clouds moving toward each other? Isn't like that the opposite of what clouds are supposed to do? Those clouds are moving fast. Hey look, no more sun. So what is this called? A cloud eclipse?
John, I was back here.
The third thing in the new mistakes. I don't remember. I mean, I had this whole thing yesterday, or the last stream. I think it was responding to moves that weren't Sente. Oh, fixing your opponent. Don't fix your opponent. That was the third thing, I think. One cloud is higher than the other. Well, yeah, but why aren't they moving in like a similar direction?
Because the winds at different points in the atmosphere go in different directions.
Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. The cloud looks like the shape of a heart. Or Batman. Like a bat. Look, it's Batman. Or dragon. I see a dragon in it too. I think Daenerys is in the clouds riding her blasted dragon in front of the sun. I'm blinded by love, and I hate it. The winds are like current in the oceans. Well, I don't understand currents either, so.
Okay, Sean, look at me.
No, I really don't care. It's not even worth understanding. Understanding currents in the ocean and currents in like the clouds
It's like a loop.
will not be relevant to my life, I feel. Ooh, ooh. It's almost eclipsed. It's almost fully eclipsed. I saw it for a second through the clouds. Is it gonna get darker?
Oh, considering we're underneath cloud cover.
Well, yeah, but is the sky gonna get darker at all? Freaking cloud's gonna make me miss it. I can kind of see it. Can't see it in the phone at all. I guess you kind of can. Yeah, we're in a total eclipse zone. There we go. Now you can see it. It looks...
The hole just appeared.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost there, guys. It is almost there. And now the clouds bring us over again.
Today's solar eclipse is brought to you by clouds.
No, today's solar eclipse is brought to you by the Verizon Cloud.
Verizon presents.
The sky should at least get darker though. Well, I guess they said it would look like sunset, and I guess it kind of looks like sunset right now. Like, it's kind of like moody, I guess. Well, you can't tell it through the phone. And then, like, right there, it's dark. There. You can kind of see it, like, right here. I don't think we're gonna be able to see it properly. Not with all these clouds.
Yeah.
I'm sure glad I didn't waste money on those glasses that I don't need. Oh, it's almost fully eclipsed.
Well, the thing is, like, the way that they apparently.
I was like, who needs those glasses when you got clouds?
No, they were using it as a power play.
Yeah, like
Well,
they had to-
can you see it? I don't think you guys can see it yet. It's right there. Freaking clouds! So look like sun behind clouds. Well, the thing is, right here, you can only see an edge of it, like an edge. The moon's actually blocking it. It's just really hard to see. Now it's getting a little bit darker. Take off your sunglasses and look around. It does look darker. It looks like it's getting night. Not much.
I don't need to take off my sunglasses.
It's not by much, but
See the bright streaks of clouds.
okay, whatever. Looks like it's all on fire, like right there. It's all moody, like it's sunset. You can't tell through the phone, but it's not as bright. It's almost there. No, it didn't. It came from the top right, so now it's still going bottom left. Oh, there's the glare.
Looks like a yin yang now.
Hey, look, more clouds. Yeah, don't look at it directly right now. That'll blind you.
Yeah.
You look at the sun directly. Why would you look at it any other point?
Because now it's being blocked by the moon.
Not yet.
Like you can get sunburnt on a cloudy day.
Is the sun coming back? Oh, it's brightening up because the clouds are moving, but that's weird.
Yeah, science.
That is really bright.
That comment brought to you by Captain Obvious.
Is that glare on the phone? Do you guys see that that glare like right there? Is it over then?
Check this out. Thanks for Lens Flare, J.J. Abrams thing. You're welcome. Glad I can channel my inner Daniel O'Brien.
Yeah, it does look like the cloud's almost burning. It's almost there. We can almost see the sun again. Freaking clouds. I can see a star. Like, you guys can't see it, but I can see a freaking star.
Yeah, the sun, the star.
Well, I'm not talking about the sun star. I'm talking about a different star, you jerk. There's a star over there. Would that be the North Star since it's the only star I can see, or I don't know. I don't think that logic is completely true. Well, it's noon. Sarcastic freaking comments. I saw a star at noon.
He might freak out a little bit.
The glare is real. Oh, I think it's over. Yeah, I think the moon's going the other direction now.
Hey, y'all stand up and look down at the ground.
Oh.
Okay, it's getting dark.
Yeah, it's definitely getting dark now.
Yeah, it just started getting dark right now.
Oh, it's definitely getting dark right now. Like, look at it now. It's really dark.
That's cool. Whoa.
You can't. You,
Guys.
oh my gosh, the moon is.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Guys.
The moon looks like a fiery ring. You can't see it on the phone, but.
No, look.
Oh wow, it's
See that,
really
right?
dark.
Yeah, it's almost nighttime. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh, there it is.
There it is.
Like, it's fully eclipsed right now. You guys can't see it, but it's like a halo ring for us. And it's really dark. There's the full eclipse.
Can't do that on camera.
Oh, yeah, the camera can't do it perfectly, but it's really dark out here. Wow. That's an eclipse. It looks like a black hole with a little ring around it.
No black holes work. The event horizon is always a white ring around the black hole.
It is dark. Yeah, that tiny dot for you guys is like the size of the sun for us.
Hey, you got a tiny dot too.
Yeah. They see a tiny dot, like the whole thing though. It
What?
looks like the host. It's probably what the host eyes look like.
That's
Yeah, it's dark. It is very dark. It definitely got dark.
30 days a night.
Yeah, you do got to see it with your eyes, but at least you guys get to see some of it. Ah, it's an eclipse. Is the light coming back?
And saying you're never gonna see it in light.
Yeah, don't stare at it too much, Kara, because the light's starting to come back.
Stare at it at all.
Yeah, you can't see it on the phone, but shadows are starting to come back. There it goes. Yeah, that will make you go blind if you're staring at it right there. Well, Kara's still staring at it, so
I'm not blind, so we're good.
you're already blind. You're gonna get it worse.
Yeah, your eyes are worse than mine are.
Yeah. And it's getting brighter.
I knew it was getting darker. My glasses weren't changing at all.
And we're back.
We're back. Run.
Okay, so I'm gonna just add some humor to this conversation. I just got a text from my mom with lottery numbers.
Oh my god.
Apparently the Eclipse gave her lottery numbers. Because eclipses do that, guys.
Your mom cracks me up.
Yep, and we're back.
Not quite. Still, it's still